Welcome to the show today, folks. We got a fun short little tutorial for you on how to operate the amazing $2 Canon DSLR Remote Control. So as some of you may or may not know, I inherited both of these cameras and some other equipment, and I didn't get the manuals for them. So I've been, learning as I go and watching some tutorials myself and stuff. And, I figured that if you didn't know, with this little eye on here that I'm pointing to, these little white eyes are an infrared sensor. And I don't believe any of these cameras come with any remote control. I think there's an official one from Canon that you can buy. This is, just a rip-off model. Here's a quick picture of the prices. So they're not going to work automatically if you just buy it and point it at the camera and go. So there's a small little setup that you have to do, but it's very easy, and I'm going to show you that right now. First up, you want to make sure that your camera is set in anything but automatic. So, from your P to M modes, this will work. So you simply turn your camera on. This is the Rebel T4i, okay, which has a touchscreen. So we want to press our Q button. You see right now we're in single shooting. Press that button again. We want to change to the timer. So this is touchscreen, so you can just touch the screen, or you can use the wheel, focus wheel there and stuff to move it. So we want to be here in remote mode, so 10 seconds plus remote. This camera only has one mode that the timer or the remote control works. So as long as it says remote, it will work. And then lastly, this remote has actually two features, right? So you see it right there, there's like a 0 and a 2. So on 0, it will focus the lens, and then if you press it to 2, it will turn on and off the shutter. This works both in picture mode and in movie mode. So that's a nice little feature if you've changed focus or you're not standing in exactly the right spot where you were. You can hit the focus, or you can check the focus before you start shooting to know that the camera is focused and should see the lens move. There's also a little bit of a flash of the light. The sensor flashes when it shuts the camera on and off, so you kind of know, that you've done it. I think this is really an essential tool for people that are using this and for filming, especially in YouTubing and vlogging and stuff like that, because instead of having to keep running back and shutting off the camera to do different takes, you can just be standing in the same position and just press your remote. These work up to, like I've heard, up to about 15 feet, and I've tested mine, and they work just fine at that distance. So let's go over the setup quickly on the this is a Canon 7D Mark II. Really the biggest difference here is this camera just doesn't have a touchscreen, but the setup is the same. So remember, we want to be in a manual mode there, okay, not automatic. Okay, you turn your camera on. If you press the Q button, it brings up your cursor, and the joystick will move it around. So we want to go up to our shooting mode, which is there. So this camera has two modes that the remote will work in. It has a 10-second remote and a 2-second remote. So we'll put it in the 2-second, set it. That's it, it's working. So I'm gonna pop these guys on the tripod there just so you can see, how they actually work and focus and stuff like that. So stick around, we'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Here's our little test here. So we're gonna put the remote in position 1 or 0, and that will focus the lens, and it'll take a picture, tell us that we're focused. Okay, but the camera is set into film mode or movie mode. So I've changed the remote to position 2. I'm gonna press it, and it starts recording. It works great, it works perfect, it works every time. So just remember, folks, these work from line of sight. So if I press it here from the back of the camera, it won't work, right? But as soon as I put it in front of the camera, it will work. I just actually shut it on and off quick there both times. So thank you for watching today. I hope you learned a little something. And yeah, if you need one of these guys, they're easily available on the interwebs there, and less than $2. So love and peace from Canada. We are YouTube.